welcome to another video! Today we are doing something a little bit different as seen from the fact that my hair is wet. And the thing that we're doing differently is the fact that I'm filming right after I took a shower. I typically don't film right after I take a shower, but for whatever reason today I was like, I need to take a shower, and I took one in the middle of the day, and it takes like 3 hours for my hair to dry. And I don't have the patience for that. I want to film some videos. I have a lot that I need to do today, and I have a lot I have to film, and I want to get it all out of the way. And so therefore my hair is wet, and we're just going to have to live with it. Yay! But today we are going to be talking about how I rate books. I thought this would be a really cool video to film because over my course on BookTube, I've noticed that everyone films and rates books differently, and I absolutely love that everyone does it in a unique. I love trying to learn how people like to rate their books, and for the longest time I worried that I rated books too highly, because I rate books really highly, but that's just because I don't like to give books bad reviews. And I was really worried about it for the longest time, but I've kind of put those thoughts aside because obviously everyone rates books differently, so I thought I'd tell you guys how I rate books. And I also want to know how you guys rate books, so make sure you comment down below how you rate books, and I will make sure to read those comments and comment back to you because I love learning about it. And put your Goodreads as well so I can follow you on there. But enough of the rambling, we're just going to jump right into it. It is my belief that everyone has a common ground, a neutral territory that they start in a book often. Obviously when you go into a book, you're not expecting it to be horrible. Why would you want to read it if you're expecting the book to be horrible? But it's my belief that everyone has a neutral territory that they go into a book believing it to be. It either goes up or down based off of their opinions throughout the book. And for most people that neutral territory is a 3 because it's right smack dab in the middle of the rating scale. But my neutral territory is a 4, again going with the fact that I rate books higher than other people do. So starting on the 5-point scale that Goodreads uses, got a 1 star, and this is one thing that you will never ever see me put on an official rating. In the video you might hear me mention a 1 star, but you'll never see me give a book a 1 star. Mainly because a 1 star means that I DNF'd a book, and I just don't believe in giving books ratings that I've never finished. But if I ever mention that I never finished a book, or I never plan on finishing a book, or I give a book a 1 star, that's basically what it means. Now, a 2 star is basically books that I absolutely hated. This is another one of those ones that you will very rarely ever see me give this to a book, because I don't hate a lot of books. I've enjoyed most of the books that I've read on some level. There have been books that I've had issues with, there have been books that I haven't quite enjoyed, and I have had to physically force myself through it to finish the story, but I've always found something enjoyable about the book in some aspect or some way, shape, or form. A 2 star basically means that I had to absolutely despise this book. I had to force myself through it, and I don't know why I finished reading it other than the fact that I wanted to say that I had read the book. That's the kind of story that a 2 star rating is for me. Again, something you will very rarely see me give. I don't really like to give books that, and I probably won't end up finishing a book if I dislike it that much. But yeah, that's basically a 2 star. A 3, 4, and 5 are things you're gonna most commonly see, and I feel like that's for everyone. A 3 star is a good book. It's most people's middle ground. It's not my middle ground. It's below my middle ground, which means that it was a good book, but it was nothing special. Like, I enjoyed the book, I enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed aspects of the book, but it wasn't amazing. It wasn't by any means captured my attention. It's not something I'm planning on reading again in the future, but I'll probably continue the series because I did enjoy it. And then a 4 star, obviously, it's my neutral territory. These are books that I enjoyed. I went into this book thinking it was going to be a good book, and it let out. And it basically was as good as I thought it was going to be. And I enjoyed the book. It had good characters, it had good storyline, it was a good book, it had very, unique everything. And then a 5 star is books that made an impact on me. These are books that I love. And most of my favorite books I end up giving 5 stars because I tend to find enjoyment out of the books that I love the most. Yeah, and a 5 basically just means that I loved the book that I read. So other things that you might find as frequently as the normal scaling is a 0.5, which basically means that it wasn't quite either rating. This is something that you will commonly see for a 3.5 or a 4.5, but you might sometimes see it for a 2.5. 0.5 basically means it's not quite anything. it's between a couple of ratings. It usually means that I had an issue with a book or I liked something about a book that made it more or less than the rating it was supposed to be, and that'll typically show by whatever the full star is on Goodreads that I give it. Another thing you'll commonly see from me is a plus next to a rating, like a 5+ out of 5 stars or a 4+ out of 5 stars. The plus basically just means it's one of my favorite books. It's as simple as that. Again, I will give my favorite books 4 or 3 stars because I will acknowledge that some of my favorite books aren't the best books in the entire world, but I did highly enjoy them. But that's basically how I rate books. I thought I would just share that with you guys because I thought that would be a quick, cool little video to share with you guys. Now, I want to hear how you guys like to rate books. Again, make sure to comment down below, put your Goodreads and everything so I can follow you on there, and I will make sure to comment back to you because I'm super interested to see what you guys have to say. But anyways, that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to stick around, and if you do, I guess that I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye!